You know, one of the most powerful and most liberating things you can ever learn in life is realizing that you don't know everything. And when you decide that you don't know everything and you realize this, a lot of opportunity actually opens up for you. So, if you don't know me, I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There were so many people that helped me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward and help you out as much as I possibly can. So, realizing that you don't know everything in this world is extremely liberating because that means that you don't have to live up to other people's standards. You can quickly realize that after a certain point, you expend some resources. You realize that you can just say, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe we can get somebody else to help us out. And so that's why it becomes actually a very powerful tool, and it also becomes an extremely powerful way to grow your influence when you begin to realize that you just simply have to say, I don't know. Maybe we can get somebody else to help us out and get people to come on board in this journey. It becomes a process of group decision making or group problem solving, where you go as a group instead of yourself going and solving this particular problem that you're working on. Now, I work on all sorts of problems on a daily basis, and I come across all sorts of things that I just don't know what the answer is. And when I began to realize, and I still struggle with this, it's a very difficult thing to realize when you don't know something, just to call it quits and ask somebody for help. Because for me, I get sort of stuck in my own mindset and I want to keep pushing through things. But when I realized that, at the moment when I began to realize that I could just simply say I don't know, I can ask for help. It becomes a lot more. It became a lot more of a humble experience for me to realize that I can do this. That I am not all powerful, and I'll never be all powerful and all knowing, because that's just not who we are as human beings. In fact, Herbert Simon talked about this so many years ago in the 1940s and became an extremely influential way that we think about computers, philosophy, decision making, and people. And it was really just the recognition that I don't know, or we don't know as human beings. We just don't know everything. And that's an okay thing to think about. And that is the moment. And in fact, there's a relatively large literature on this in terms of thinking about when you can bring in other people and start building a company, is when you realize that you just don't know everything. And then you can call upon other people, whether it is other people that are using something or building on something, or other people that you can actually hire on within your particular company or within your domain. It's up to you to choose. But once you decide that you don't know, and you start realizing, golly, I can get my customers to help me out. Golly, I can get other people that are around me that are more smarter than I am in this particular thing. That's actually how you grow as a manager. A huge component of what we do, and not only within management in terms of, maybe you're creating an entrepreneurial venture, maybe you are running a large multinational corporation at this moment, but as well as in science, is a very important part of recognizing that you don't know. In fact, that's the fundamental assumption that we make in science, and realizing the assumption that we just don't know everything. That's how things get built upon. That is how we recognize that we can improve in this specific area, is just recognizing that there is a problem that we can't solve. And that is the moment where you start designing something to go and solve that particular problem. Or you just simply say, I don't know. Somebody else within the whole system can actually tackle that problem. So it's extremely liberating because you don't have to tackle all problems. And as well, it's liberating because you can bind and bound the problems that you're working on to something that's very, very small. But it's also very powerful because you can call upon other people to join the journey with you. So I don't know how to do this whole reciprocity project to make it work, to get other people to use it. If you check it out, it's the reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3, where I'm trying to build this sort of sharing economy editing platform where you can get feedback on your work. I don't know how to get that working. I often don't know how to work on my research. So, if there's people out there that are wanting to help out in these domains, give me a shout. I'm always willing to get some feedback and whatnot. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. It's a very powerful tool just to simply say, I don't know. And once you realize that, you change as a person and you just become a lot more open with the world around you. And it's a very, very powerful tool to do that. So take care and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.